Hey y'all, what's up? How y'all doing? So I wanted to talk to y'all real quick about basically signs of the toxic and narcissistic people. Look, y'all, you do not need confirmation from someone on the outside of what's going on. Trust me, you already know. You already know. But you want somebody to confirm to you what is going on, okay? You want somebody to confirm, man, am I tripping? Am I crazy? You know that you're not crazy. You're not. This is why I say text messages are receipts. You know what I'm saying? This is why I say, because that's for your protection so that you can know that you're being gaslighted. You know what I'm saying? So that you can protect yourself from, because people love to gaslight. You tripping. Really. You caught the person slipping. You caught them in a lie. You caught them cheating. You caught them stealing. You caught them in the act of something, criminal. Something bad. Something inappropriate. Something that is a deal breaker and absolutely unacceptable and intolerable. Right? And then they try to gaslight you. Or they try to pull on your empathy cord in your heart. Well, I had a fucked up childhood. Well, you know this and you know that, and I was scared to ask because they always have a lot of excuses, y'all. They got 99 problems and not a single solution. Okay? They're very problematic people. Look, y'all. I was talking to an individual today, and basically, there's no need to ask me my opinion of someone around you, family, friend, or whoever. If you have gathered the clues and you've come to the conclusion of this person is a serial cheater, they done cheated on me several times and I forgave them, I want y'all to know something. Forgiveness is an open opportunity for a narcissistic, toxic person to do it again because one, they have not received consequences for their actions. The consequences of their actions are non-existent because you chose to forgive them and work it out. So what does that signal to them? You ain't ever gonna leave. You always gonna be there and be around. So what do? Take you for granted. So they cheated once, got away with it. They cheat 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, a million times. Leave. You mean to tell me, and with this particular individual, it took for the 5th time of cheating that the individual knew of for them to break up with this person. But yet, I get the sense of loss and the sense of grief. Because when you're an empathetic person with a pure heart and pure intentions, you gotta understand not everybody is on that level. But the fact that, she could tell me that this dude, because it's a she, tell me that the guy is emotionally unavailable, red flag. Anybody that's emotionally unavailable or is not open to actually having emotional intelligence and being intelligent enough to know that if I go and sleep with another individual, it's going to make this person feel bad. It's going to hurt them. It's going to this and it's going to that to our relationship. An emotionally unavailable person does not care. You cannot make a person like that care. They have trauma. Something is psychologically off. They need therapy, period. And if they don't seek therapy or they strongly believe nothing is wrong with them, that's a red flag. Because if they're unable to communicate with you emotionally how they feel, they are immature. In relationships, you should be able to communicate with your partner regardless of how difficult the conversation is, regardless of the bad feelings it's going to cause your partner to have. You should be able to be truthful and honest. And if you cannot be direct, that's a problem. Red flag. Then besides the emotional unavailability on top of the serial cheating, you sat there and tell me that when you needed them the most, that's when the motherfucker disappeared. That is what narcissistic and toxic people do. When you need them the most, they will abandon you. They will leave you at a drop of a hat. And now you got to sit in that situation feeling like a fool. But don't you dare feel like, you're stupid, and how could I have fallen for them, and how could I have this, and how can I have that? Now, the individual invested years into this relationship. Me personally, this is just my opinion and this is my advice. What I'm saying is easier said than done, but you need to do it. No matter how hard the grief and how hard the loss, it's only super hard because you are trauma bonded to this individual. They have gotten you addicted to the highs and to the lows. You are on narc crack. Okay, that's what we're going to call it. We're going to call it. You are a crackhead for a narcissist, okay? They are your drug because you feel addicted to them. Ooh, the sex is just addictive and the chemistry is like, wow, it's on fire, it's boom. As quickly as it starts is as quickly as it's going to end, okay? That's the reason why you should take your time getting to know a person. Slow things down. Take a step back when you need to. Take a break if you need to. Do whatever it is that you need to feel that individual out. Do you get bad vibes? Do you get bad energy? Had they said anything, that questioned you or that made you question them? Because narcissistic, toxic people, y'all, if you listen to what they say the weirdest shit. And it's the things that make you side-eye them. Because it's like, who says that? It's like they're speaking from a childlike mentality, but they're supposed to be 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 100 years old. So, anyways, y'all, you don't need somebody to back you up, So, emotionally unavailable, abandons you when you need them the most. You know what I'm saying? Lie, cheat, whatever. And then it's just kind of mind-boggling in a way, because it's like, to me, the situation was premeditated, right? And this is what narcissistic, toxic people do. They always do premeditated stuff, meaning it was planned. They are very calculated, callous, cold people. They have no hearts. Their hearts is about them. Everything is about them. When they were clapping cheeks with another individual, they did not give a damn about you or your feelings or your thoughts on the situation. And because of the person that you are, you forgave them. You gave them a second chance. But how many chances does a person keep getting to screw you over? Now, and then this is another thing that the individual has, this girl in. Got her questioning herself, her self-worth, self-esteem, and self-confidence. Well, am I good enough? Is it me? No, it's not you. It's 100% him. No, fellas, it's not you. It's her. 100%. Okay? So, my thing is this, right? I never understood it, really. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, how is this going on? And you just are so, you know what I'm saying? It's a type of mind control, if you will. You know what I'm saying? It's a type of mind control. Don't let these people have mind control over you. You know what I'm saying? Don't let them have mind control over you. Having mind control over you is the worst thing that you could really allow them to do. Because they can sit there and manipulate you. They got some kind of hold, like this dude has some kind of hold over her because for whatever reason, after all of these things, telling me how he's emotionally unavailable, therefore he's not emotionally intelligent. He already is a serial cheater, which means he don't love you, don't care about you. You're probably just good enough to use for sex, a place to live, food to eat. You're complaining about how you're in this relationship, but you're doing everything yourself. If you are doing everything in the relationship and you're supposed to have a partner, you're not in a relationship. You're in a partnership with your damn self. Period. So you might as well go and love yourself, respect yourself, treat yourself, let it just be about self. And it's just interesting because now she's trying to come up with excuses. Well, he was around my kids and well this and well that. No, you're just making excuses. This man had nowhere to go. How convenient is it that no sooner than y'all get into an argument and you threaten him, well, get out my house. Now, he packed up all his shit to go live with his baby mama. Well, doesn't that sound premeditated? Sounds premeditated to me. Because what the fuck? Then on top of that, for her birthday, he didn't buy her nothing. Didn't tell her happy birthday. Didn't do a motherfucking thing. Didn't I drop a video and tell y'all, watch how people treat you for your birthday and for the holidays? Thanksgiving is coming up. Watch how these people start acting. Watch how they start blowing up because the spotlight's not on them. It's not about them. She's dealing with a jealous man. And yes, it may sound crazy to some people, but some of these guys are jealous of women. You're jealous because this woman has a nicer car and he doesn't have a car at all, or her car is nicer than his. You're jealous that she has a place, a house, and is better than his. Nobody falls in love faster than a homeless narcissist, y'all. And if I'm not mistaken, it's cuffing season. You better make sure you are not getting cuffed to a fraud. Somebody that's going to detrimentally ruin your life. Financially, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and physically. Because this individual, over time got her fat. Even though, technically when you take self-responsibility and accountability, because nobody can force feed cake down your throat. It's not like the fat kid off Matilda that was eating the chocolate cake until he passed out. You know what I'm saying? You control what goes into your body. So if you end up fat or out of shape or whatever, well, the only solution to that is to work out, exercise, drink water, and diet. Eat as healthy as you possibly can. You know what I'm saying? Don't try to blame somebody else for why you ended up plump, okay? But whatever the case is, over time, this guy has gotten her fat, essentially. Basically pulled a Hansel and Gretel, as I'm going to call it. Y'all know how Hansel and Gretel, the witch wanted to fatten them up so she could eat them? He's the witch, she's Gretel. You know what I'm saying? She ate the gumdrops and candy canes off the house. And next thing you know, she ended up in the oven. Because she's feeling the pressure and the heat of the disappearance. Like, what the heck happened? I thought we had this strong bond. Yeah, you thought that y'all had this strong bond together. But apparently, he was just biding time. Essentially wasting your time. It's not love. That's not what it is. Now, that's why I say it's a trauma bond. Because on her end, I love him and this and that. Okay, well, your feelings of love could be real, could be true on your end. But his actions are showing otherwise. He'd rather be clapping all these other girls' cheeks. It's a psychological problem. Because why do you feel the need to want to be in a monogamous relationship, but you don't know what monogamy means because you got community ping? You know what I'm saying? Same thing, fellas. Stop trying to wife up, community pussy. Everybody done had a turn with that doorknob. Come on now. I'm just being real. Narcissistic, toxic people are hoes and sluts, whoremen, men sluts. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. They have to be supplied by someone else. And me personally, I feel like as a person on the outside looking into this situation, he has triangulated her because you brought your baby mama into this situation. You're telling this girl that the baby mama is ugly, fat, you're over her. But look at whose house you living in right now with this ugly, fat motherfucker, right? And we all know that he getting that pussy. Let's not... Come on now. Come on. So, anyways... So, because it's amazing how 1 minute she described how the baby mama pulled up to their house to pick up her kid from their house or whatever. She couldn't even look the girl in the eye. Now, all of a sudden, she's smiling, looking up, because you got to understand, he more than likely is a narcissist. I can't say, never met him, never talked to him, don't know him from a can of paint. But just listening to the tactics, listening to how she feels, listening to what he has said, what he has done, the actions, the behaviors, the traits, it's a consistent pattern. That's why I say what I'm saying. It's a triangulation game. Go check out my video, Narcissist with X on the Shelf. The baby mama is an X on the shelf. He's recycling through his old bitches. And now he's making her feel bad because now she up there, well, maybe because I'm going to school to get my degree so that I could get a better paying job. You know, maybe I neglected him and maybe this and maybe... Y'all been rocking together for years. And suddenly, when you need him the most, he says with his mouth, oh, I support you. I'm there for you. Go get your dreams, girl. But then when you go and pursue your dreams, now he abandons you. Now you feel rejected because he not only cheated on you and allowed you to catch him, but dumped you on top of it. And I know how that feels. To be cheated on and then turn around and dumped. And now, you know, the motherfucker mad that you don't want him back. But that's how narcissistic, toxic people work. They will get angry because they believe that they should be able to have access and convenience to you 24/7, 365 at their leisure. Do not allow your life to be a revolving door. Don't allow somebody to come in and out your life when they feel like it. If they want to come into that building, then they should stay. But it's not to say force nobody to stay. If someone wants to go, let them go. But don't let them come back. And if you do allow them back, make them work for that position. That is all I'm saying. Like, it's just crazy to hear conversations like this. Like, you know, the narcissism is high. You know, maybe he's a sex addict. And maybe that's why, either way, he has mental weakness because he doesn't know how to control his dick. A man that's mentally strong, he doesn't just fall for any set of titties and ass. Same thing with women. Well, most women can kind of fight off temptation anyway compared to guys. But y'all get what I'm saying. Like, don't allow situations like this to get you down and to feel bad. You know, I get that you might want to vent because that's why the individual wanted to talk to me. But at the same time, in all honesty, she did do it to herself. The signs were there. That's why I'm trying to tell y'all, you know, if we ignore those red flags, then everything, all that hurt, all that pain, frustration, anger, lost time, energy, and money is really nobody's fault but our own. Okay? I'm saying our own because I fell into that group as well. The signs were there, but we just wanted to be into denial. We didn't want to see. Or maybe you just didn't know the flags at the time. But when you learn, you know what I'm saying, moving forward, you catch stuff. You catch it. And you don't let it slide. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say, Watch how people move. Watch what they say. Watch what they do. Actions speak louder than words. So anyways, you know, I know that, you know, she's going through it. And I know that a lot of people that deal with narcissists go through it. And it's hard to wrap your mind around it because you don't think like that. And I know that because I don't think like that either. But they think like that. And when you can kind of, and I say kind of, start to understand the psychopathy and where their mentally twistedness is coming from, then you can understand, oh, well, that's why they act that way. That's why they say that. That's why they do that. But does that make it acceptable? Hell no. Not at all. Anyways, y'all stay narc free and all that good stuff. Holla at y'all later. Peace. Positive energy always creates elevation. Mwah. Stay safe. Stay narc free as possible, y'all. Be mindful. Keep your ears open, your eyes open, and your mouth closed. Okay? And I say keep your mouth closed because they love to mirror and imitate. Check out my video that I recently dropped called Where It's Personality Theft. When you get to talking about yourself, they're taking notes because they're stealing your personality. Just saying. Anyways, y'all. Bye.